Hello guys and welcome to VollGazzRacing Season 10 Division 1 round number 9 here in Spielberg at the Red Bull Ring in Austria. That is quite a mouthful. And we have 10 riders I think here today, so hopefully we should have some good action. And apparently the battle for second could be quite hot because Platt is the, as normal, standout favourite, but the battle for second place apparently could be between all of these guys, so I think it should be hopefully an interesting race for P2, and if Platt has a crash or long lap or something like that, then hopefully that can turn into a race for the win. But Dima Black, here he is, he's a new rider. I don't know if it's just for today or for the rest of the season, but he is on the board the Prima Ducati and he's already gone down. Great debut there. Seamus is here as well on board the Monster Energy Yamaha, as Craig is a massive moment into turn 3. Let's see, and we got Flavio, who is he has raced here before, but unfortunately I wasn't there the last time he was here. So I think this is his second race of the season on board, and he is on board the Red Bull KTM. And we got the last new rider in Vita Best. And there's fortunately no Joe here today, so the lag master will not be lagging his way all over the circuit. But I'm pretty sure for all the riders that is a sigh of relief. So here comes Dima as he starts the first lap of the session. Up to the line, this is going to be a looking at 125s for this session. If you're not on the 125s, then you ain't going to be on the front row, that's for sure. I imagine Platt's going to probably pull out a high 24, and there's a bit of a lag here. I don't know if that's my end or Dima's. I did have some problems in Division 2, so it probably, I'd guess, it'd be my end as we now go into turn number 3. A little bit of a wheelie out of the hairpin and now down the back straight down the hill, going over all the little ripples you can see in the circuit, and then you brake hard down into turn 4. Oh, it's top rack style and he's gone down. Fortunately, the front end just did not like the rear lifting, as Platt now will be the first person to set a valid lap time as it stands, as he goes through the second sector point now, and he changed direction for the two left-handers of turn 6 and 7 as he takes a nice tight line, holds the gas, a little bit of wheelie, and now to turn 7, and he changes direction for turn 8 as we now go up the rise past the third sector checkpoint now as we approach the final 2 corners for the final sector. Use a bit of curb. He's run a little bit wide for turn 9, but that's okay. And into the final corner, hard on the gas, not using the ride out device like some people do. A little bit of curb up to the line. It's a 125.1, and that is probably enough for pole already, as Dima does actually set a lap time despite his crash. 7 seconds off the pace, so obviously at least he set a time. Jack Boom using the rider device, that's something I didn't do in the Pro Draft event, so if you can hear me, try a lap without it, you might go a bit faster. I don't know if it's just loads of people being invalid. We got loads of red exclamation marks going up here, but VTR now. VTR, he's obviously missed one round due to being on holiday, how dare he. But since then he's been on a good run of form, lots of podium places, top 5 finishes. I'll just see, I think he's currently 3rd in the championship. Sorry, he's 4th. So we're 55 points are available after this round. Nelson is 51 behind Platt. So if Nelson can finish 2nd, he will take it. And then for the rest of them, it's really complicated. But basically, if Platt is on the podium, VTR can no longer win it. And then it depends on how Nelson and Craig do. But we all know that Platt's probably going to win. And VTR goes really hot into the final corner. And that's not what you want to be doing. and he somehow got away without an invalidation there. Where is Dima? Dima is somewhere on the circuit, trying to improve his. VTR goes second with a 26.2. That is not going to be enough to hold on to that front row place, as Dima is now boxing, and Nelson, second in the championship, goes down at turn 6. So lots of people making mistakes everywhere at Jack Berman now. I can't remember if he's in the party or not, if he has to be muted or not. So, about to see, I want to see what he does in that last sector, see if he can hear me and if he takes my advice as we go into the chicane. Vita Best, who's just boxed for fresh rubber and fuel, is just in front. Hopefully gets out of the way. If that is, yeah, they does nicely done by Vita. Hard on the brakes now into turn 3. Personal best sector 1 because Jack Berman's yet to set a lap time. Down the back straight now, heading towards turn 4, probably the hardest braking zone on the circuit. The front end fully compressed, the rear wants to just dance in the air. And into turn 4, and he gets through that okay. Now into turn 5. It's a bit of a pain with how the pickup system works in this game. Into turn 6, he's quite wide on entry, but he cuts it back for a nice late apex. Down the hill, a little bit of wheelie, and into turn 7, nice tight line again. Change direction for turn 8, try not to hit the curb on the right hand side, and he runs a white line very nicely there, up the crest, under the crypto data Whisper sponsor board, through the penultimate corner and into the final corner. Will he use the ride-out device? Let's see. He does, so he obviously can't hear me. And up to the line he goes, and he moves into 3rd. Oh, and he's gone. That's weird. He's run out of fuel. That must be what's happened. Sheamus now starts his. Hopefully, first valid lap as Platt is improving in sector 1, so he's looking for that 124. As Nelson, who has not, let's see, he does round the final corner. I don't think he's crashed on this lap, but his first 2 sectors weren't the best that he has done so far. Cross the line and he goes into 3rd place onto the front row. Sheamus is so Dima Black is improving. Sheamus is also in personal best. Craig's on personal best as well. Flavio and Vita on 2 invalid lap times. Platt 2 red sectors. I think Sheamus is just behind him on track. Yeah, as you can see, Platt is now approaching the final sector. We'll try and go board in cockpit cam. He takes turn 9 a lot tighter than last time, so he can take a little bit more corner speed into the final corner. Just misses the curve there. Hard on the gas, up to the line. This is going to be a 124. It is a 24.6. But that is faster than I think he went in the pro draft as well, from memory. And Dima Black now a lap without crashing. Sheamus goes into 2nd place. Dima goes into 5th. There is not a lot separating 2nd to 6th, just 4 tenths of a second. Flavio's gone down again. Craig goes up to the line and he jumps into 2nd place. 1.1 seconds off Platt, the first rider other than Platt to go into set at 125. Saya now out the final corner, was really wide, using the ride-out device up to the line. Where does he go? He goes into 3rd place. Shaders goes down in the 2nd sector at turn 3. Vita is now on a lap, hoping to set his first lap of the race on the Prima Pramac Ducati. Just him and Flavio now waiting to set their laps. Fortunately not been able to set a banker time, which can be quite crucial and very crucial in these qualifying sessions, because those banker times, usually they are the ones you have to fall back on because of the amount of mistakes that can happen in these sessions. You don't know if there's going to be a crash or just a small mistake that could cost you, and those banker laps can just come in clutch sometimes. As Vita, I can't hear his engines. That would maybe assume that he's low on fuel. It's because it sounds like he's on the pit limit. He's on the very weird end of the pit limiter as he takes the penultimate corner very nicely there, up to the final corner, down the hill, hard on the gas, just escapes the curb, up to the line he goes. Where will he go? He goes into 5th, 1.5 seconds off the pace. But VTR said, watch out for this race because this looks on paper quite tight. 1.1, 1.3, 1.5, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, 1.8, 1.9. So Flavio can set a time that's either 1.2, 1.4, or 2 seconds off Platt's pole time. That would work really well. If Shayna's could just improve by 3,000 of a second, or everyone can improve by 1/10 of a second, because VTL is lagging all over the place. But that's not me. Flavio on the Rebel KTM, I'd say probably not a very nice bike for the circuit. In fact, it's the home of KTM, and in the Pro Draft, it was such a difficult bike to ride. It's so unpredictable. It's so unstable. It's got all these problems, and there we go. That's a classic sort of KTM crash. You just get into the corner, everything seems fine, and the front just folds out of nowhere. You don't really feel like you've done anything wrong, but it just goes on you without any sort of warning. Into the penultimate corner, that's invalidation, and he is going to box, I would imagine. Yep. Oh, and he's gone down again. So Flavio, who is could be on course to be in the Rising Stars final if he can top the MotoE, the final MotoE challenge. You know, he could be on his way to qualifying for the Pro Draft for next season. So we wish him the best of luck in that next week. As Craig now approaches the chicane of 2A and B, the only rider to set the first rider to set a 125. That wasn't Platt. He's gonna improve in the first sector. Craig has been a bit unlucky. Both factory Ducatis have actually been quite unlucky in the past few races. Jack was very vocal about that after Kazakhstan and just before this race. He was saying he prays he doesn't get taken out, because I think he's been taken out in the last 4 races. So, I mean, last time I think he got taken out by Platt, who couldn't deactivate his ride-out device, and Jack just simply had nowhere to go when Platt was trying to brake to try and deactivate the device. As Craig has lost time in the second sector, Platt has lost time in the first and second sector as well. So it looks like that 24.6 is probably going to be the benchmark, and probably the best time that can be done unless Platt can find something in the third and fourth sector. And Craig has lost time in the third sector as well. One more sector to go. And he's going to box. He's going to quickly put on some fresh rubber and try and set a better time. Platt is not going to improve, it looks like. He's on the medium tyre. Trying to see which front is. He's got soft front, so he's going soft medium, which I think is... Yeah, that's so. He's on the qualifying tyres and unable to improve. So it looks like... I think that'll be the best he can hope for, because he ain't gonna... Yeah, and he's invalidated, so he's either got to save the fuel or just simply... Unless he's got enough fuel to... Unless he's ran out of fuel, so he can teleport back to the box, which is actually a very devious plan. And decides run out of fuel as well. Sheamus now starts his penultimate lap. It is quite laggy. I don't know why. So the lobby is quite laggy, so things are appearing not as they should. And Nelson improving in sector 1 as well as VTR. The two Aprilias. Nelson cannot, if the qualifying result matches the race result, matches this qualifying result, Nelson Platt will simply put Platt will be champion, because Nelson is not in P2 as Platt is 1. So Nelson needs to really step up his lap time here, and both Aprilia seem to be doing that with personal bests, but unfortunately I can't tell how well they're doing these corners, because they're all making weird shapes and noises and movements. As now he approaches the final sector into turn 9 and into the final corner, up to the line. I think he used a bit of curb there, and Nelson's lost time. VTR sets a 25.5, and Flavio is going to set a lap time, hopefully just one more corner for him to negotiate. And here he comes up to the line. It's going to be a 125 flat for Flavio, and he goes into P4. Dima Black improves to P8. So Nelson is going to start from 9th position. That's really not what he needed. And Sire is, oh my lord. I really don't know why things are like this. It really shouldn't be happening. Oh my god. And Sire moves on to the front row. Oh my god. Sire moves on to the front row. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the lobby crashes. I hope it doesn't. My word. And Dex joined as well as a spectator. I hope he's not seeing what I'm seeing. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. But Flavio's going to round the final corner. He's continuing to improve. Flat has been able to I know my brain's fried. Flavio does improve in lap time. He does 125.8, but he is not able to improve his lap time. Craig jumps onto the front row in his final lap, and Vita Best is going to be the last person to set a lap time as he comes around the final corner, and he remains in 7th. He did not improve.
Position is confirmed with the end of the
so Platt on pole, VTR in 2nd, Craig in 3rd, Sire 4th, Flavio 5th, Shane is 6th, Vita 7th, Dima 8th, Nelson a very disappointing 9th, and we know when it comes to a race he can turn it on, and Jack Berman rounds out the field in 10th. So we wait and see what will happen in this potentially championship deciding race. If Platt wins, Nelson must finish 2nd. That's the most simple it can get. If things change, I will try and update on how the championship standings will look. So you got VTR, Craig, Sire, Shayna, Steamer, Vita waiting to ready up. Have I stopped streaming? Oh, I have. I didn't even. Oh, no, I haven't. Apparently, no. Right, we are back. So, don't quite know what happened to the stream there. Just waiting for the 3 riders now to get going. I do believe that this Wi-Fi issue could be just due to the fact that the walls are very thick, made of very hard stone, so it's hard for the connection to get through. But anyway, let's get going. Hopefully I don't have any problems and cause these guys problems. So Platt on pole, once again, VTR in 2nd, and Craig in 3rd. Platt gone with a hard rear tie. That was not the choice for Division 2. Let's see if it will work for him. And we are off. And VTR's at the spin. And Flavio is at a great start as we head towards turn 1. This is going to be a hard race to commentate over. As it is flat by Flavio, by Craig and Vita. Into the chicane we go. Bikes are flying everywhere. I cannot see what is going on. Oh, this is so bad. As we go into turn 3 for the first time, bikes are flying, people are getting long laps, but Platt's got out in front. That's the only thing I do know. Flavio is second with Craig right behind him. They're doing front flips, back flips, and Craig has moved into second place, down into the hairpin. They go turn 4. Flavio's up the inside of Craig, and Jack Boomer's gone through. Dima Blatt's gone down. Sire's gone down. Shadis is now second. Flavio's in third. Jackson fourth. Craig's in fifth. Nelson's in sixth. As we go into the left-hander for the first time. Jack yet to be taken out, so I think he'll be happy with that. Nelson goes up the inside of Jack Berman. No, he doesn't. He's round his tail though. Contact between Nelson and Vita Best as well. As we change direction now up the hill towards turn number 9. And Platt's already got a 1.2 second lead, so that's the race pretty much won for him. As Flavio moves back into second place. But I think he's ran a bit wide off the track, and Seamus has managed to go back into second, and Craig has moved into third as well, as we now come to the end of lap. And it is a group from second to 8th. Nothing can really separate them as they now head towards turn 1 for the second time. They're all go off the circuit, pushing so hard. And I think it's the two factory created. Jack Berman goes straight on. He nearly gets taken out. He's going to have to go really slow, and he has got a long lap in fact, and we will not count that because oh, that's Flavio going really wide at the hairpin, and oh, he's gone down. Vita Best has gone down, and Nelson's down to P3. So the two people in the championship are in the podium positions. Nelson from 9th on the grid. Oh, and Shaders tries to barge his way past Jack Berman. Side by side they go, and they're still side by side. And Jack Berman's just got the inside, has to change direction for turn 6. Contact between the two. Seamus is forced wide. Jack Berman's going to get the better exit. Vita Best has gone down again, and Jack Berman is gone up the inside of Seamus and is moving into the position. And Flavio goes down at turn number 7 from 7th place, and he drops down to 9th. But ever since changed to this camera, the lag has disappeared, it seems, so we'll try and stick with this. And Nelson looking right at the rear of the Desmond City GP23. He pulls out to the right hand side, but he cannot make the move. Seamus has found his way back through on Jack Berman, and VTR can't find a way through. He comes, Nelson, if he gets a sniff, he will go for it, but he's just not quite in overtaking range just yet. Into the chicane they go. You flick left on and then right, but for us it's right, but for them it's right then left. As we're the perspective is flick being in the reverse cam. As we now go into the right hand hairpin of turn 3. Contact between Jack Berman and Seamus. There's quite a bit of contact going on between those two, so we'll have to give them a warning if they do it once more. We now go into the hairpin. Platt's already leading by 4 seconds at that rate. There's that part of the race is already over. Oh, Nelson goes onto the grass. Heart in your mouth moment for Nelson there. That was nearly championship put in the coffin, but luckily he's managed to keep it going. Well, there we go. A group of 5. Nelson has to finish second now. I cannot emphasise that enough. I've probably said that too many times already. But as we now go through turn 9 and we approach the final corner. Platt leads by nearly 5 seconds, and it's only been 4 laps. So he's gaining on he's gaining over a second a lap. Hard on the brakes into turn 1. In the slipstream is Nelson, but he's just not in range to pull any kind of move. The front end nearly go down. Oh, Seamus has gone down, so this group has now gone to 4. They've dropped like flies. It's the two factory Ducatis versus the two factory Aprilias. Nelson a massive front end wobble on the entry to turn 3 on the brakes. The Aprilia's straight line braking is not its biggest strength. He's in the slipstream there with Craig. Hard on the brakes. We know Nelson is strong on the brakes. Up the inside of the Brits, and he's just not able to get underneath. But in the Division 2 race, we saw that Aprilia was really strong out this corner into turn 4, and Nelson proves that theory correct in Division 1, and Nelson moves into second place. But Craig's going to fight back immediately, and he's gone down. He's taken Nelson with him. Nelson's not gone down, but Nelson's been taken into the gravel trap. And Jack Berman and Vito move into second and third, and crucially that now means Nelson is in fourth and Platt is in a position to win the championship. Craig just being a little bit too eager to get through on Nelson. He didn't really need to attack straight away, because I think he had the natural pace to stay with Nelson, but unfortunately that's brought Nelson and him out of the potential championship contention. As now we go into the final corner, Nelson's got to fight, got to get past his former teammate Sire now. And side by side they go, Factory Aprilia versus RNF Aprilia, and the Factory Aprilia comes out on top. Let's head towards turn 1 for the first time. Jack Berman's gone down, and so is VTR. The pair of them have gone down, and just like that, Nelson's back in the title hunt, and he moves back into second place. I don't quite know how the pair of them have gone down. I don't know if one crashed and one followed in sympathy or got taken out, God knows. But now this race is back to a massive group of from second to ninth. So this race for second, it's like Moto3, and Sire's going to look up the inside of his factory counterpart, and they go side by side, the two former teammates at Pramac Ducati in 2021 at season 6. But Nelson is just about in front of the Malaysian, but Sire goes up the inside into turn 4, but he's surely going to outbrake himself. Like, there's no way he's getting that stopped. I can't find where he is on the thing. And yeah, Flavio's gone down once again at turn, and this time at turn 4. There's lots of flying going on here, but and Cyrus managed to find his way. I don't know how, but he's managed to find his way into second place. As these camera angles are not the greatest, I have to say, because of the light. But Nelson's getting right to the back of Sire. That's run wide, and Jack Berman could potentially looking to move back into the podium places after his mistake at turn 1 a lap ago. Whether that was his fault, VTR's fault, or they both just crashed by themselves, who knows. If we now go down to start lap number 6, not even halfway through, Platt a 12.5 second lead. And Nelson has moved into second place, it seems. And Nelson's gone down! I don't quite know what's happening. He's gone down. I think maybe him trying to... Sire went to take his long lap, and Nelson's gone round the outside, not expecting Sire to do that, and unfortunately taking him down, and he's now behind VTR, 2.5 seconds, and he's completely butchered that. He's got himself a long lap penalty, 2 long lap penalties. It's all going wrong for for Nelson right now, and Jack Berman's back into second place, even though he's got a long lap penalty. Dima Black is into third now. Craig's in fourth, Shanis is fifth. This race just keeps changing by the lap. No, the other person doing any kind of consistent work is Platt. It was 13.8 seconds in the lead. This race, he's going to win by 30 seconds. So that could be quite impressive. Can he win? Can he win the championship and by not even letting any of these guys finish if these guys keep crashing? But Nelson's back into 6th place, and Flavio's gone down again. This time it's turn 7 again to the front end of that KTM, simply just not working at the downhill sections. As we approach the lap that will start the halfway mark, as Flavio has left. Whether that was disconnect, I'm presuming that would be a rage quit, but it could have been disconnection as well, due to how bad my lobby connection seems to be. As we now go down into the chicane. And now into the hairpin. So we have got a front 4 once again. This time it's the 2 factory Ducatis versus the Prima Pramac Ducati and the factory Yamaha. So hopefully this time it doesn't go completely pear-shaped. Not seen a thing of Platt since lap 1 due to all the chaos that's happened behind him. And Nelson, I don't know what's happened to Nelson, but he's now 9th. So yeah, this is championship sealed for Platt, I have to say, unless all 7 riders in front of Nelson right now go down, which I find quite unlikely, but you never know. As Jack Berman now, he's the one rider who seems to have not been taken out, and currently in second, so he's proving what he can do if he's not taken out of the equation by someone else's doing. As we now approach the halfway mark now, 7 more laps remaining of this chaotic race. VTR in 6th place ahead of Vita Best. Craig with this performance might be able to jump into 2nd place in the championship as Vita Best looks up the inside of VTR. VTR's forced wide off the circuit and he's going to rejoin behind Vita in 7th place. So Sire's not going to look at the inside of Vita. Oh my lord, Sire's could... I have no idea what Sire was thinking there. That was... Luckily, it's not cost Vita any time. Hopefully he hasn't got long up from that. Platt out front. He's just having a Sunday stroll. But Jack Berman now, he has got Dima right behind him now. The Italian is giving him some pressure. Hard rear versus medium rear. Jack on the medium, Dima on the hard. And Dima makes a mistake at the final 2 corners there, and that just gives Jack a 7/10 buffer with 6 laps remaining. I'll just quickly check, I don't want to look because I feel like something will happen, but I'll quickly check. When was the last time Jack Berman took a podium? It was all the way back in the sprint at India. So, can Jack hold on to this podium place? He's only had 2 third places this season. It turns out I'm not even streaming, so I guess I'll have to save the video and just upload it that way. So, Jack now, so many long laps here, so I think Craig actually might be in 2nd place as of now, with Shay in 3rd. But Demon now's right back with Jack Berman as we rise up the hill, and Craig goes onto the grass actually. And Demon's going up the inside of Craig at turn 9, maybe into turn 10. Can he follow it up? No, he can't. Jack just holds off the Prima Pramac Ducati. Both GP23s, of course. Hard on the brakes. Into turn 1. Oh, Dima's getting really close to the back of the factory Ducati, and luckily no contact was made. The gap now 20 seconds, so gotta say the Platt, I can't remember the last time he did a perfect race, because in the past few races he's had like the odd crash, the odd long lap. He'd always have to do one or the other. So he's just got 4.5 laps to do, and if he can just ride round, we just do very sensible riding, I'm pretty confident that it's probably his best race of the season. He's going to win by like 25 seconds at minimum, and that's not even including long laps. So Nelson now in 8th place, but he's got a long lap from his corner cut. I'd imagine that's from the corner cut at the chicane. But Jack doing a great job, holding in 2nd place, not making too many mistakes. Dima seems to be a bit stronger, but he's a bit more inconsistent. As they start lap 11, heading towards turn 1 for the 11th time. Shea seems to have dropped back from the 3 Ducatis in front of him. And Vita's actually starting to close in as well, I think. All 3 Aprilias are 7th, 8th and 9th. Disastrous day for the Aprilias. Great day for Honda. Great day for Ducati so far. Dima makes a mistake. Dima's made a mistake. Here comes Craig to the right hand side. And the slipstream, he pulls out to the left actually, hard on the brakes, round the outside, and he's through into third place. Can he get it hooked? The exit was not the greatest, but Craig is now into third place, and that is definitely going to be enough to take second in the championship. And Sire's gone down again. To enter turn 9. So Craig is, I don't know what's happening with all these long laps, because some we will remove, some we won't remove. Luckily for Division 2, all the long laps that did happen, so it just worked out. This, I feel like, isn't going to be as simple. So Jack Berman out in second place. He's doing a fantastic job right now. Doesn't seem to be making any sort of errors. He's just riding to his capability, to what he feels comfortable with. And when you can do that and hold second place, like just give him that little bit of confidence, and that'll just increase his riding ability just a tiny bit, giving that extra tenth or so. He's able to take turn 4 a lot tighter than Craig. Craig just running quite hot. But Craig might be thinking he doesn't need to do anything stupid here because of Jack's potential long lap penalty, depending on what he's got that for. I'm assuming because he hasn't taken it, it means it's for cutting the chicane, and so we'll have to wait and see. Into turn 9 and the penultimate corner, into the final corner, the ultimate corner, as Platt has started the penultimate lap of the race. It's a Honda by the two factory Ducatis. Can Craig do anything about his teammate and take second place in the race and in the championship standings? Craig is pushing, he's getting really close now to the back of his teammate. I reckon he's going to try and set up the move for the straight at turn 4. He's going to brake nice and early. Jack Bowen's actually ran quite hot as well. Here we go, it's side by side down the straight. The contact, maybe, no, not contact, but nearly contact between the two. Nothing can separate them. Hold on the brakes. We know Jack can take this corner a bit tighter. Craig's ran a little bit wide as usual, and Jack can just turn it tighter and hold the line and defend from his teammate. I know Craig has attacked into turn 6 before, made a complete hash of it, but this time he opts to do a smart decision and not attempt the move. There's something else we need to consider, because that could potentially be a penalty itself. So lots of penalties to consider here, but for now at least these are the two fighting for the podium. Hard on the brakes into the penultimate corner as Platt he's already in the chicane. We will have to quickly switch to him for his championship winning moment, as these guys start their final lap now, heading towards turn 1. And quite a bit of lag going on. Here we go into the chicane. Can Jack make any kind of move? I don't know, because there's so much lag. Well, whatever just happened, oh, it is still Jack Berman out in front. And Platt, hopefully the lag stops. He rounds the final corner and he's going to rise straight into the wall on the lag. But here he goes across the line, and Platt, one for life. is a three-time VollGazz champion, the first ever three-time VollGazz champion in history, and he's won it in fine style by over 20 odd seconds. God knows what's happened behind him because of all this lag I'm having. As we approach the final set, it's now Craig. It's like stop. Craig's going to go up the inside Jack Berman, and he takes second place from his teammate right at the end there. And if he comes to the final corner, is Jack going to attack his teammate? No, he's not. He's going to try and get the run to the line. He has a massive rear end lock, huge shake, and Craig has stolen second place from his teammate right at the death there. Jack Berman takes third, Dima fourth, Vita fifth, Shayna sixth, Nelson seventh, VTR eighth, and Saya in ninth.
Jack, baby, hello. Thank you.
I have wheel spin and I had stuck behind Dima. Shit happens, bro. Never mind, I'll do next week better. You're still meant to beat, Craig. I'll see you next week.
So that has been one hell of an eventful race. Plat 1 for life wins his third VollGazz championship in fine style, 28.2 seconds ahead of Craig in second. Absolute dominant performance, probably the biggest gap in VollGazz history. Jack Berman in third, Dima fourth, Vita fifth, Shayna sixth, VTR seventh, Nelson eighth. For some strange reason, it's given VTR seventh. Oh, hang on, confirmed times. There we go. Vit Nelson seventh. There we go. So Shayna is being in third. But that might be because of Jack being in a long lap he shouldn't have got. Nelson seventh, VTR eighth, and Tyre in ninth. So we will talk to who's then is. We'll talk to. I think we'll talk to both Shayna and Jack just in case both riders end up getting third place between whichever one it is. So we'll start with Jack, since he's in fourth for now. Jack, can you hear me?
Yeah. You hear me?
I can't hear you. You sound like you're miles away.
Hello.
There we go. Right, so Jack, what I think everyone in the apart from Plaid had one crash there, but after the crash you were in a battle for second place and you led that battle for pretty much the entire way into the very end there, and you've crossed the line in third. You're currently ranked fourth. That might not stay the same, but how was that race for you?
Oh yeah. So this week I've actually done practice, so I was feeling confident. In qualifying, I couldn't get the lap together. I might qualify ninth, but yeah, I got a really good start off the line. Took advantage of basically qualifying last, so I didn't have to get caught up in anything at turn one. And then I got a long lap penalty for the chicane, where I cut it because I accidentally ran into the back of Craig, but I didn't even gain time. I stayed in behind him. So I think that should be changed. I should still go third, but when Nelson and Craig went down, Vita was behind me. I knew he would challenge me, but then in turn one, I went down and then Vita hit the bike, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it's unfortunate for him, but we got back on in a good place, and Sire and Nelson came together because I think Sire was going to take his long lap, and then he hit Nelson a bit, and then Nelson crashed later on in turn one. So yeah, stayed in second. I knew Dimmer Black was going to try and get second for me, but managed to hold him off. And Craig was behind me, and yeah, I made a bit of a mistake coming into the final sector, which allowed him to go up the inside of me. But we got taken out. Both of us got taken out last time, so time to so P3 was good for the team championships.
Yeah, so congratulations on your third or fourth place, whichever it will be. I'm sure you're happy to get taken out for once.
Yeah, I was a bit scared, but you know, done well. So.
So we'll now talk to Shay if we can.
Hello.
Hello. So Shay, this is your first race of the season, I think, and quite the eventful.
Yes, that's right.
Quite the eventful one. Lots of chaos going on everywhere, and you've ended up with the ranking for third for now, across the line in fourth. How was that? Quite dramatic race for you.
It was actually quite crazy. You know, to be fair, my mind went blank. You know, I've never done a proper race like this before. I mean, I did do GC races, but nothing compared to this level. But I just want to say thank you to everyone really for giving me this opportunity. But yeah, that's all I've really got to say, really. Thank you.
Yeah, so congratulations, and hopefully you can improve.
Yep.
So now we move on to Craig. So Craig, with the second place, you now move into second in the championship. I think your move with Nelson's also going to be under investigation because it's ultimately cost him the chance of fighting for the championship, even though it wasn't going to happen anyway, but still could have prolonged it one race longer. But apart from that, it seemed like a pretty good race, a good battle, good comeback, and a fight with your team at the last lap. So how was the race for you?
Oh yeah, the race was quite nice. The start was a bit hectic. I just wanted to get away. Had Platt done himself. He was completely gone after a few laps. And then just throughout the race, I wanted to maintain my pace. Unfortunately, Nelson went for a move on me and nudged me a little bit, so I went for a dive bomb in the next turn on him. And unfortunately, I crashed. It ran him off track, which it isn't too great. And then obviously worked my way back up. Sat behind Dima. I could see he was making mistakes, and I just wanted to stay where I was for now. And then I capitalized. Sorry. And then I just caught Jack up. I felt like I could have Jack easily, but I wanted to go for no like hectic moves on him. One, his teammate, and two, he's had bad luck recently. I was thinking of passing him because obviously he's long lap, but I did think to my head, keep getting long laps. Don't have much else to say. Just a good race in general. Unlucky about my crash. Well done to Platt, Jack. Well done to Shay as well for even just showing up today, doing a race, and unlucky to everyone else.
Yes, congratulations on your current second place, and we'll see what happens to you after all the things have been reviewed.
Okay.
But the one person who has absolutely nothing to worry about, because he is now the first ever VollGazzRacing 3-time champion. He has had a few mishaps in the past few rounds, but this one, it was absolute perfection from lights to flag. Pole position, whole shots, never saw anyone. Won by 28.286 seconds currently. Could even be plus 30 soon. Platt, how was that race for you? Yes, congratulations. And what has been different between this championship win and the other ones, would you say? Yeah, so congratulations, and see you in the next round. That's her, which is her ref, and you'll probably win that as well. Yeah. So that has been round number 9, Championship 1, and yep, that's all we got time for. We'll be back next week at Haref. Hopefully my internet's a lot better, and this won't be an actual. This was now turned into a YouTube video and our live stream. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next round next week. Goodbye.